So later on today, we get the first set of free games for 2020 on PlayStation Plus. We've got a few things to talk about this week, news, rumours, some other stuff as well. Now, in case you don't know, the games that go live a little bit later today, Goat Simulator and the Nathan Drake Collection. Now, two pretty decent games in their very own way. If you've never played Goat Simulator, it's one of them games that looks awful, sounds weird, and probably something that a lot of people would just skip by and say that it's not worth playing. But it's probably one of the funniest games that you could ever play. It's not something hardcore, it's not something where you're going to sit there and play it all day, every day. But it is one of them games that when you put it on to have a mess around on it, you can check your watch and it's been like 3 hours and you're like, wow, I've been playing as a goat all day. It's so fun to play and it's definitely worth a go. And Uncharted, it's actually a really good deal if you've never played it because it's 3 games in one. It's got Uncharted Drake's Fortune, Uncharted 2 Among Thieves, and Uncharted 3 Drake's Deception. So technically, we're actually getting 4 games this month, which is pretty cool. And I'm sure you guys are going to be really happy when you've downloaded the games and actually had a look at them. Now, before we get into the other stuff, just a quick one. If you guys do want to make your gaming a little bit better, if you're after spending Christmas money and get yourself a new custom controller, make sure you check out my sponsor, Controller Mods. They do some awesome designs on there, and they're really cheap as well. I can't stress enough the price difference between these guys and a lot of guys that do similar stuff. On their website, you can see, just kind of flicking through the price of them, it's not much more than actually just buying a standard controller, apart from these look amazing. You can get Dominator buttons, which are the little triggers on the back, which just make gaming anything to do with shooting. If you're that dude that jumps around a corner and sprays in someone's face that everyone hates, you can do that so much easier with these controllers. Plus, they do loads of modded stuff as well. If you just want to have some fun with your friends, definitely check them out. There's a discount code that you'll see popping up, and if you click the link down below, you'll get an extra bit of a discount as well. Make sure you check them out. Now, the rumour is for a bit of a random game, but it's actually a game that I've played before, and if it goes on, it's another one similar to Goat Simulator. A lot of people are probably like, what the hell's this? Never going to play it, but it's worth actually playing. I ended up playing it because my son got it, looked at it and thought, that looks cool. It's a game called Disco Dodgeball. Now, imagine an FPS game where instead of a person, you're a glowing robot. Instead of running around a map, you're running around a nightclub that's got like loads of little random ramps on it. And instead of a gun, it's a glowing ball that you just run around and throw in each other's face. That's Disco Dodgeball. Dead casual, not got a massive player base though, so you can end up playing against bots if you haven't got friends to play with that have got the game as well. But for it to go free, as I say, it's rumoured. Whether or not it happens, yet to see. But if it did go free, you guys will have so much fun playing together. And if you are after finding people to play with on this sort of stuff, make sure you check out the Discord. It's just an easy way to find people to game with. There's a voice chat in there as well, so if you don't want to go through the PlayStation party or Xbox party, whatever console you're playing on, you can just jump in the Discord chat and just chat with people while you're chilling and playing. Always worth looking at. There's a link down below and you'll see it pop up on screen as well. It's free to join, don't worry about that, and I'm pretty much active on there, so is my wife. Always a bit of fun. Before I get on to my predictions though, I always get asked what games I'm playing at the moment. Titanfall 2, I played it when it very first came on PlayStation Plus, didn't put too much time into it. It is a game that I enjoy. I've played it in the past and it's just as usual, I tend to find myself getting stuck in one particular game and that's all I'll play constantly. It has been RuneScape, which I've mentioned quite a few times. But at the moment, I've found another game that's been out a few years. A lot of you guys have probably played it in the past and probably moved on by. But a lot of people are still active in it. A few of my friends started playing it, so I downloaded it to play it myself. And it's a game called Neverwinter. It's a free-to-play game. It's an RPG MMO. It's a decent game. If you like Dungeons and Dragons and that sort of stuff, it's a game that's definitely worth a play. Whether or not it's actually got cross-platform, I'm not too sure. I know it's available on pretty much all consoles, but I don't actually know whether everyone can play together on it, which is really irritating if you can't, because it's a huge, really fun game. And it is amazing. So if it's one that you've never played or if you're looking for something new to play, definitely give that a look. But to finish up with my predictions. Now, the 2 games that I'm going to go for, but the first one is because Goat Simulator went free and the style of game it is, the price it is, and just how randomly fun it is, I'm going to go for a game called I Am Bread. Now, the whole point of this is you're a slice of bread and you need to toast yourself. You can pretty much do it on anything. I mean, I've played it before and gone up to the ceiling and gone over the light. And the light bulb has actually toasted it and it worked. And I was like, wow. But there's a few other random casual game modes in it as well. Bagel race, one where you're like a baguette just smashing up the house. Really fun game, and because of Goat Simulator, something like this I think it'd be really fun. And again, it's one that people have passed by, but it's definitely worth a play. The second one that I'm going to go for though is a bigger AAA title, and it's one that's been out a while. And it's a game called Horizon Zero Dawn. Now, I got this day one that it came out, and it wasn't even because I knew much about the game. It's literally I saw a bit of gameplay for it, and I just thought the graphics of it looked amazing. It was so realistic, it was unreal. It's a big open world game where you're surrounded by, they're like robotic animals. It's the best way that I can kind of describe it. Some of them big, some of them small. Now, the only thing that I'll say about this, I got annoyed by some of the bosses. Some of them was really, really difficult to beat, and it's just the fact that you can spend so long doing something and then you die and fail and have to start it again, and the checkpoints of it I found a little bit irritating. But it is definitely a really awesome game, and something like this I think tons of you guys would love. I can't remember whether it's actually got online play or not. It's been quite a while since I played it. I don't think it did. I'm pretty sure it was just a single player campaign game, but just the way that it looked like a beautiful game, and it still is a beautiful game. Probably one of the best games out there graphic wise that I've seen in a long time. But that is pretty much it for this one, guys. Again though, if you do want to join the Discord, get in conversations with anyone that's gaming, check out what I'm playing and just join each other to chat, find people to play with. You'll see a link down in the description, make sure you check that out. But that's it for this one. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you next time.